Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with K-On! Season 2 episode number 24 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, it was the final day before they're graduating. All the girls came to school and they just hung around, and obviously all the other students were doing their class and stuff, and they were they were in their club, like doing different things. For example, they kind of cleaned the place. Azusa also came in and like she joined them later on after the school ended, and then they did a lot of things things that they haven't done. For example, I think was it Mio? Yeah, Mio fed Tonchan. She never did that before. Stuff like this. And in the end, they decide to make like a little cassette of containing all their like songs, and they did that. And it was interesting to see the cassette that they actually made was actually the cassette that we see during the transition from one part of the episode to another, in the middle where they show. That was kind of interesting. And yeah, that contains all their songs. And that's what happened. So it was a nice episode. So I'm guessing today's episode will probably be the graduation. Let us see. So yeah, this is episode number 24. Let's begin. I'll be putting subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I'm sure she's. Hmm. Hmm. Good. Oh, she's probably. Yeah. So maybe she's like, I don't know. Maybe she's late or something. What the? Hello? Oh. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god. Alright, let's go now. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Right. Here we go. Yeah, we're graduating. Damn, that's late on the final day. Oh boy. Finale graduation. Yep. Wait, what the? Oh, that's. Yeah, what are you doing, Yui? Okay. Why is she rubbing that on her face? Yeah. Wow, they're coming to school. Yeah. Oh my god, they're so late today. Oh boy. Hey! Oh my god. What? Oh! Oh my god. Do you have the spare? Wow! Bro, when. Oh god, that's funny. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. What do you think will happen? Oh my god. Okay. Wait, so they're supposed to put it on one person, I'm guessing? Or wait, no. Yeah, one person. Oh wait, are they like assigned to like each student? Oh, they're assigned to each people, but each student in another class. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, hide it. Don't let us see. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. What the How? Okay. No. Yeah. Stop it. I think that's not. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's the school emblem. I was wondering what that was. Oh yeah, the. Hmm. Oh, she'll think that she's having a stomach. Uh. What? Yeah, you think she's going to put the guitar on in his? Okay. Oh no, this is going to be a problem. Yo, this is bad. Oh no. But No, no. Oh no! God. What? This is so funny. This is the whole, like the whispering. I remember this being a game we used to whisper it in others' ears, and at the end, the message would be completely different. What? Oh no, something's gonna happen here. They were just saying, like, I hope their graduation ceremony goes properly. Something's gonna happen. Oh no, there you go. Thank God. Everything's okay. I thought something's gonna happen. It's just that. Yo, is she getting married or something? What? Sounds. Ah. Oh, there you go. Graduation certificate. Oh boy. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Yui. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Mm. Well, I can just go to the same college. Yeah, I just I realized that she's not the only one who's feeling sad. Like We as well, obviously, because even though they're sisters, still, you know. Oh, they're going the same. Okay. Well, yes. Oh boy. Graduation trip. Oh. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's in the classroom. I thought she went to the music club. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, Ui is definitely going to join. I'm pretty sure about that. No, June will probably as well. Okay, wait. Hello? Oh, she's. Oh, I thought she was leaving or something. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Mm. What the? Oh yeah, I remember that. I think she kept it, didn't she? Like she kept it as a book press. I remember. Oh, is everyone going to sing? Usually it's Mio and Yui. Yep, everyone's singing. Oh, there you are. Hmm. Wait, there's still more episodes left. What's happening? Episode 24, isn't it? So 25, 26, 27 is an OVA, I think. What about 25 and 26? Wait, are there three OVAs? Are those all OVAs? Wait a minute, I'll need to check this. That it? Oh, they're coming back. Oh, there you go. There's more. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So I was like, what's happening? There's two more episodes left, isn't there? Wait, you know what? I'm just gonna double check. K-On season 2. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go to the. Yeah, 26. So yeah, episode 27 is an OVA. I knew that. But okay, so there is 26 episodes, two more. I was like, wait, what? Why are they writing the end? There's two more episodes left, and I do wonder now what we're going to see after this. Like, this is graduation. I actually thought graduation will be episode 26, and then there will be an OVA in 27. Here's the thing: they were talking about some kind of a graduation trip or whatever. Like, are we going to have that now or something like that? I don't know. Let's wait. We're gonna see in episode 25 whatever's going to happen. Okay, so this episode, you know what? I obviously expected it to be sad, but I have to say they nailed this episode. This episode was done beautifully, and the build up to everything, and then like the whole song in the end. That was really, I was expecting it to be sad, but I wasn't expecting it to be this emotional. Like, they really nailed it. um Obviously this is like 10 years, this came out 10 years ago. I'm late to this. But they, like, when it came out as well, yeah, they nailed it. They completely nailed the whole, like, even though it's not really the end, there's two more episodes left. Still, the graduation, the ending of, the final day in the school, they really nailed it the way they did this episode. It was beautiful. It was beautifully done. And yeah, this was probably the best episode of the whole show. Like, in season 1, season 2, we've seen a lot of good episodes, but this probably was the best executed episode. um and yeah, okay, so this episode was a graduation episode. Obviously, we saw, like, like what happens during graduation. The students, the people who'll be graduating, they come in, they go to the the auditorium. Everyone sits there. Then the teachers kind of, like, the principal comes in. They kind of say, like, give a little speech. The teachers give little speeches. The students as well, they come, and sometimes, especially the juniors, they come and they give speeches and everything. I don't think all that happened, or maybe all of those things happened and they didn't really show that. What happened here was basically the principal gave a speech. The teacher stood up and they, like, applauded, and they, like, congratulated the students. Oh, before that, the what do you call it? The concierge? I don't know what it's called. That thing, the rose thing. That thing that, like, the juniors were putting. That happened. Then they came to the auditorium. The principal gave a speech. The teachers, like, they kind of, like, stood up, like, gave an applause. The student council president came in, gave a speech, and that's what they showed. And obviously the graduation people, the students who will be graduating were there. All that stuff happened. And as far as I can remember, in my graduation from school, or when our seniors used to graduate, obviously it would happen every year, seniors graduating. So I remember that when we were very small, like when we were like I don't know, like in junior school, junior school, we just had to go to the auditorium, and we just used to sit there, and that's it. Everyone else would do everything else, and the seniors would come in, and we would, all that stuff used to happen. But then when we came to middle school and when finally high school, I remember when our seniors were like 1 or 2 years above us. That is the time when stuff used to get a little bit more, like, we had to get involved in the whole situation, because we were literally like just below the seniors. So we would be the next seniors after they graduate. So we had to do a lot of the things. We had to arrange the stuff. Like, and I remember, like, not only that, obviously the principal used to come. They used to give a speech. The teachers also gave their own, like, they made their own little things, and they congratulated the students in their own way. And then the students, the students just below the seniors, they would have, like, we would have to make different stuff up, like maybe like a little graduation speech, maybe a little graduation song, whatever, stuff like that. Every class used to do it. I remember, and every class had their own thing that they used to do, maybe like a little drama, a little play, anything. I remember that, and we had to get involved in it. And then like the seniors would be there, and then we had like a prize distribution ceremony, like the teachers would like call in like students who did well, maybe like, oh, full attendance, a certain prize, like the like stuff like this, like maybe like some people, like some students excelled in something, those type of like like awards and stuff they used to give out. They used to give out a certificate in the end. And then obviously all like everyone together, we used to then congratulate our seniors. And yeah, that was the whole thing. So that's how we went. And when we were graduating, our juniors used to do that for did that for us as well. So stuff like that. And basically that's what happened here as well. And yeah, then they gave the certificate. The teacher, which is Sawa-chan sensei, she was their homeroom teacher, obviously. She gave it the certificate to them. And everyone like made their little like present where they signed the thing and gave it to her. And yeah, and throughout this episode, it was obviously like the first part of the episode was obviously like it was kind of funny, like, oh, they're late to school even in the graduation and everything. But as it went on and on, it slightly like little by little it became emotional, especially from like it started getting emotional from when Sawa sensei came in to the class, and she was like, oh, you guys are the first students that I'm teaching as a homeroom teacher. And like, I'm glad that you guys were my students. And then like they handed her the thing. That's when it started getting emotional. And and then after that, the whole Azusa thing as well, Azusa being depressed. And when we was like, oh, we're going to have a celebration and everything, Azusa was like, yeah, why am I like like bringing the mood down, like I should try to celebrate. It's a happy occasion for them, they're graduating. So she was like, okay, she was like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to bring the mood down. And she tried her best to obviously be like happy and cheerful. She went to the club, and like she gave them like the letters, the individual letters that she wrote for them. And then when she saw the graduating diploma, that is when she wasn't able to keep her like emotions in check. She was like, oh, please don't graduate. And yeah, and then Sawa sensei as well, like looking at the blackboard, all those like stuff written, like goodbye Sawa sensei, all that stuff, and yeah. And then Azusa was like, don't worry, I'll keep the K-On! Club going. One year, like obviously, like they'll be seniors now. She'll be graduating the next year, so she will have to find students who will be in this club, like actual juniors. She'll need to find. Otherwise, the club really will shut down. Like when they graduate, if there's no juniors left, who is even going to like keep the club going? So that's the thing. And if you remember, like it was kind of established before that it's not that nobody wants to join the K-On! Club, it's just that nobody wants to intrude on their little group. Their group has like such a nice chemistry that nobody wanted to intrude in that. So that is why after Azusa joined their group, nobody like they obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of people who wanted to join the club, but seeing their chemistry, they didn't want to intrude in that. They kept like away from the club. So obviously now that Azusa is the only one left, I'm pretty sure Jun and what's her name, Ui will join. But at the end of the day, they're also seniors, so they also have 1 year left. So they will actually need juniors now, and I'm pretty sure they will get students now. Juniors actually trying to join, because as they said, like they had a chemistry which nobody wanted to intrude upon, but now like the club is literally empty. So I'm sure a lot of people will join now, because like a new club will have to be formed, because Azusa and her group will also be graduating next year. So I'm sure they'll find more people, more juniors as well, and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see if we see any new people joining the club. Maybe in the next 2 episodes we'll see what happens, and obviously I'm sure they'll keep in touch, like Azusa and the girls, like obviously they're going in the same college. I'm pretty sure Ui is going to follow Yui next year to her college, and at the same time Azusa is going to go there as well. So it's just 1 year, I think. like after that they'll again be together for a few more years, maybe 2 more years. And then obviously after they graduate from college as well, then obviously they'll be working adults. So then that is like, something different. But I'm sure they're going to just like, Yui is going to, not Yui, sorry, Azusa is going to go to the same college as Yui and the girls as well the next year. Like, surely that's what's going to happen. So it's only 1 year, but I'm sure that 1 year they'll also keep in contact, and yeah, the girls will probably call her and hang out with her, like, just hang around. So let's see. There's 2 more episodes left. I'm sure they're going to show what's going to happen from here onwards. So let's see. Okay, and obviously in the end there was that whole graduation. What do you call it? The graduation song, not graduation song, but the final song that they wrote for Azusa. They sung it, and I have to say the lyrics were really beautiful. I was reading the lyrics while like singing, listening to the song. The lyrics were really nice, and yeah, and that's it. That's the end. Um, but obviously 2 more episodes left after this, and 1 OVA. So let's see where this goes after this. Right. Okay, so that was this episode. Overall, that was a great episode. Like I said, this is probably the best episode out of all the episodes I've seen. Like this is like executed beautifully. I love the way they did this. And like I said, I expected this to be emotional, but I wasn't expecting this to be this emotional. They really nailed it in the end. And yeah, it was amazing. And like, what can I say? Like, I've seen a lot of slice of life animes, and like I feel like Keon probably nails the slice of life aspect so much that it is still so popular. Like I obviously I knew Keon is popular. I'm late to this. Like I said, I did watch Keon, but when I was very like young. I remember watching it in my grandma's place, like 1 or 2 episodes, and half of the things I never understood. I just loved their songs and everything and loved the vibe. That's why I kind of watched 1 or 2 episodes. But like then obviously after I started watching anime, I don't know why, but I never started Keon. And now like doing YouTube, I was like, all right, let me just react to this. I know this is like this is a great show, so why don't I react to this? And I reacted to this. That's why I'm late. I'm 10 years late to this. But obviously I've always thought that yeah, this show is so popular. I wonder why. What is in this show that makes it this popular even after 10 years? And I have my answer now. Like I said, I've seen a lot of slice of life animes, old slice of life animes, new slice of life animes, but the slice of life aspect is something that Keon nails beautifully. Like, every slice of life animes I've seen, each and every one of them is special on its own. Each and every one of them has its special parts. It's something that they excel in. Like maybe one slice of life anime has like good romance in it. Maybe one slice of life anime has good plot in it. Stuff like this. But I feel like the slice of life aspect, that is what the slice of life means. That like it's just like everyday life. That is basically a slice of life. Like it's just everyday peaceful life. That is slice of life. So I feel like the slice of life aspect, Keon nails that perfectly. And that is why it succeeded. It has succeeded so much because it's supposed to be a slice of life, and it has succeeded in making the best slice of life. So that's why it's still popular. And because that's what this show is about. There isn't really any goal in this show, but it's just every episode is unique in its own way. It has like light-hearted comedy. It has like really good like connection, really good connection between the characters, character development, and I don't know. It's just like pure slice of life. It's beautiful the way they have made this. And I don't know how to explain it, but out of all the slice of life shows I've seen, Keon is the most slice of life. And that's what makes it so good. So like if I had to make like a slice of life tier list now, I'd put Keon at the top. Like I said, in the aspect of slice of life, Keon beats every single anime I've seen. I've seen a lot of slice of life. But in slice of life department, just in that department, nobody can touch Keon. That is how like amazingly they have made the slice of life aspect to it. Again, like I said, I've seen a lot of slice of life. Each slice of life is good on its own way. each has its own positive things, like departments in which it excels. However, the department in which K-On! Excels is literally slice of life. So K-On! Is a slice of life show that excels in slice of life. That is why it's at the top for me, at least now. Obviously I'm going to see a lot of slice of life animes from here onwards as well, and I know there's a few slice of life animes that are quite good. I've heard that there's really good. For example, there's another show I don't know which is quite big. That's why I haven't started it. It's Non Non Biori. I've heard that it's also one of the best slice of lives. And I've seen a few clips from Non Non Biori as well. It has like some really good slice. Like it looks like a genuinely like a just full on slice of life show. But for now, at least with the amount of slice of life animes I've shown, K-On! Is at the top, and I feel like it's going to be difficult for any other show, which I'm going to see from here onwards as well, to top K-On!, at least in the slice of life department. This is beautiful. They really nailed it, and yeah, like anytime slice of life genre comes up, K-On!'s picture will like always be in my mind now, because this is the peak slice of life. This is probably the peak slice of life. I don't know. I'm praising it too much, but that's how wonderful this was. But yeah, obviously, there's 2 more episodes left. Why am I giving my whole? It seemed like the end, like this is like the graduation. It seems like a perfect time to actually talk about my feelings of this show. And yeah, I'll talk more about it later. After the whole show ends, after I react to the movie, I'll give another little, mini review or whatever. For now, this is it. Like that's how much I like this show. Okay, now that is it. Now I'm going to talk about this episode scene by scene. So in the beginning part of the episode, Yui gets late, and she first messages the girls to go ahead, but then they're like, let's just wait, let's go together. It's the final day, in school. So Yui comes in, and then they, go to their club, not club, sorry, to go to the school. They're late, obviously. In class, Sawa-chan sensei is like, where are the 4 girls? And everyone's like, oh, they're late. Oh my god. And yeah, they're coming over there. Azusa's there, and Azusa and the girls are given those. Okay, what are those called? Con Corsage. Oh, Corsage or Corsage. I don't know how it's pronounced. Corsage, whatever. However, it's pronounced. You know, it's been provided to them, and then now I was thinking, are they going to like give like these to the person, like like the person they want to give it to? Is that what's going on here? No, everyone's assigned one student, I'm guessing. So which makes sense, obviously. Like if like you cannot really tell the students to give it to the person they like, you know or like that, it'll be a problem. Like some people will get multiple of them, and it's going to be a problem. So yeah, they assigned every single um student, junior student, to a senior student, and probably like through roll number or something. I'm guessing it's probably like that, like alphabetical order or something. Everyone was assigned one person. So yeah, and there was also one thing I was expecting to happen, but it didn't happen. Is like the thing where in graduation, they give like the second button from their blazer. That thing. I've seen it in a few animes. Like the second button of your like, what do you call it, the jacket, the blazer, or whatever you call it. The second button, they give it to the, like like the juniors. They are like, they come and they ask for the second button, and like you give it to them. And I think like it's something like it's the second button because it's closer to the heart. So giving like your second button to like or asking for it is like very special kind of thing. So I thought they were going to do something like that as well. No, that didn't really happen. I've seen in a few animes they do that, but that didn't happen here. So okay, but they did like get assigned every, like like junior student got assigned one person that they're going to put the flower on. And yeah, Azusa was very distracted. She sees the girls come in, and they're late. And then she kind of like, she was kind of distracted. She whacks herself on the wall, and it gets hurt over here. And she goes to the nurse, and the nurse like gives a little bandage. Right now, After that, we see the girls come in, and Sawa Sensei is like, "Oh my God, you guys are late." And we see that Yui's like leggings, they're torn. She fell down, I think. And Nodoka's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We already gave me a spare." She knew you were going to fall. Oh my God, that's funny. Right. So okay, after that we get to see them handing over the thing where Sawa Sensei is like, the gift that they're going to sign on. Right. So over there, Azusa has got a little band-aid, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's so like like on the final day like this." And she's like, "Oh, don't." He's like, "Don't worry, your bangs will hide it." Yeah. Now after that, the girls come in, and every like all the junior students, they kind of like put the flowers on each student that they're assigned to. Azusa looks at the whole scene, and she's not feeling good, because obviously like they're graduating and everything, and she's just depressed. um right. So after that, that thing where they're supposed to sign, they hand it over to Yui, because Yui is the only one who's left to sign it. But Sao-chan Sensei comes in, so Yui has to hide it behind her back. And they're like, "Oh, it's nothing, don't worry about it." And they kind of hide it and go back to the like the auditorium. So now they're like, "What should I do with this?" So they're like, "We have to hide it up until the speech ends." So Yui takes it. Yui keeps it to herself and puts it in her like sweater or whatever. And she's like, "Don't worry about it. I'm just going to hold my stomach like this." I was like, this seems so weird, because everyone who's going to look at her will think she has a stomach ache. And that's exactly what Sawa Sensei thinks later on. She's like holding her stomach like this. And anyone who doesn't know what's going on, they'll look at her and they'll be like, "Wait, what's happening? Does she have a stomach ache or something?" But anyways, the speech, all that stuff, like the speech is happening and everything, and Yui standing up like this. Sawa Sensei kind of, like like kind of sees that everyone's like acting weird. They're like, "What's happening? Why is everyone looking at Yui?" And she looks at Yui and she's like, "Is something wrong with her?" And she sees her clutching her stomach, and she thinks she's like having like a stomach ache or something. But then she's like, "Wait, so, or maybe it's something else. Maybe she's hiding something." She's thinking of all the possibilities in her head, but she's not able to understand why Yui is acting like that. Mio sees that, and Mio's like, "Oh no, like Sao Sensei is suspicious." So Mio tells the girl beside her, like, "Oh, tell Yui that Sawa Sensei is, like looking at you," or something like that, she says. And the whole, like, they whisper to each other, and in the end, the final like result is something completely different. And in the end, they're like, Sawako Sensei looks corn sized. That's what it ended up with. And Yui's like, "Wait, what?" She doesn't understand what's happening. And this is funny, because I remember this actually being a game. In school, I remember this was like a thing where I remember one of the teachers, like we were like kids, like we were very young then. And sometimes, like during substitution, like like teachers used to come in. If like one of our teachers were absent, one of the substitute teachers came, and she was like, "Oh, let's play a game." And she was like, "Okay, so what we do is we, like you whisper something to that person, and they whisper it to the other person. This continues through the whole class, and the ending person is going to say what they heard, and the first person is going to say what he said. So we're going to compare that." And we did that, and it was like a hilarious result. It was completely different. And I remember that was the first time I played that game. It was pretty fun. And yeah, so it's quite fun. And I remember that. And this is literally what happened here. That this whole message became completely different. But anyways, and I was thinking, "Oh no, it's like, are they going to mess up somehow?" It's like, like, but everything went well. No problem happened. Nodoka gave the speech, and everything worked perfectly. So Yui's like, "Thank God everything went well." And so Yui's like, "So I have to like sign it." But then Sawa Sensei again comes in. And Sawa Sensei's like, "What are you guys doing?" And she's like, "Yui, like, is something the matter?" And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Sensei. Like you go ahead. Like I like everything is fine. You'll get to know later." And they go back to their classroom, and Sawa Sensei hands them over their diploma. And then Sawa Sensei gives them a little speech, and she's like, "Thank you guys, like this was my first homeroom. I'm glad everyone was able to make through, like, and congratulates everyone to, you know, uh, yeah, like she congratulates everyone and all that. And then the girls, and she's like dismissed, and then one of the girls were like, "Oh, Sensei, we have something for you." And they, it has Yui has it, so Yui hands it over to Sensei and says, Sao Sensei's like, "Oh wait, so that's what you were holding up until now." And yeah, and then she's happy. She's like, "Oh, thanks so much, guys, and I'll cherish it." And she also says like, like, come whenever you want to, come visit me, you know. And yeah, and in the end she gives like that whole, like her original, like, the rough and tough, the rock and roll, like, that like the heavy death metal, like, like part of herself. She, like, that brings that out, and she screams at everyone. She's like, "You better get your axe back here." Yeah, but that was funny, like in the end she expressed, in her own way, told goodbye to them. Now, that was that, and now we get to see Azusa still kind of zoning out. And here you can see we told her that, "Oh, we're going to have a celebration, sister's graduating and everything. I'm also sad, but like, my sister's always a little bit ahead of me. I never am able to catch up to her." Obviously, it makes sense because she's my sister, elder sister. And listening to all of this, Azusa was like, "Oh yeah, like, obviously, like, why am I getting depressed? Everything is fine. Like, this is like a thing to celebrate." And she like perks herself up, and she's like, "Okay, everything's okay." And she goes to the music club, and while going to the music clubs, the girls, like, they say goodbye to Nodoka, and Yui was like, "Oh, let's go back together. Call me." And she goes to the music club. And Azusa comes in. Over there, Sawa Sensei looks at the blackboard, and she's emotional. Obviously, everyone has written good things and has written like "Goodbye, Sensei" and all that. And she's like, "How can I erase this?" And she tears up a little bit. And then Azusa comes in, and as we saw, Azusa is trying to make herself a little bit, like, excited, because she's like, "Yeah, you know what, like, it's like a celebration, like, why am I getting depressed? I'm going to bring the whole mood down." So she tries her best to act like, happy, and she goes to the club, and she gives them the individual letters, and everyone's reading them. And then she's like keeps her bag, and she sees the graduation diplomas, and that's where she's not able to keep her emotions in check, and she's like, "Oh, like, please don't graduate." And she starts crying, and like, Yui comes in, like, gives her a little band-aid because of the, like, the wound. And yeah, and Yui gives her like the picture that they took in the first year. And she also put Azusa's picture on top of it as well. That's funny. And yeah, and then she also gives her that, like, that flower press that she kept. Yeah. And they're like, "We have a song for you," and they sing the song to her. It's a really beautiful song. Like I said, the lyrics were really amazing. And while their songs were, like, was being sung, we see everyone, like, like, just saying goodbye, crying, like. And Sawa Sensei is just outside the club room listening to them. Nodoka comes in as well and is listening to them as well from the outside, obviously. And yeah, and Azusa's tearing up. In the end, she's like, "Yeah, like, it's bad, but you know what? I want to hear more." And then they, like, do a little encore. Sao Sensei and Nodoka comes in, and they are also, like, listening to them. And that's where it ended. Yeah, it was beautiful. Like I said, it was amazing. It was really well done. This was probably the best episode of this show. And yeah, they nailed it. They nailed every single aspect of it. This is how, like, like a, even though this isn't really the final episode, still, this is how, like, a final episode should be executed. And yeah, it was great. So let's see what we get, what happens in the final two episodes, and then there's the OVA, and then the movie. So a few more weeks, not weeks, but yeah, a few more weeks. Like, like we still have, like, stuff to, like, like, watch. So 3 more episodes and 1 more movie. So 1 more month it'll take for me to complete K-On! So yeah. So that is it. Thanks for watching. This was my reaction to K-On! episode 20, season 2, episode 24. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of K-On! Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.